Man, fuck this fucking story and the fucking way it writes such stupid fucking AI, blah, blah, blah. Love you, love. Fuck. Yet strong enough to lift a lid that should have fucking remained, you cunt. But the knowledge came calculating. Fuck me! He reached into the void of his own shadows and pressed on the seed into her chest. Pressed the seed into her chest. The fuck? Hermes, the silver-tongued messenger. No, that's too strong. Hermes. Chapter 1. The artisan of breath and bone. The gods do not create life the way a mother does. There is no warmth in it, no slow-growing heartbeat. When the gods decide to fashion a soul, it is an act of engineering, a violent collision of elements meant to serve a specific jagged purpose. On the day Pandora was conceived, the forge of Hephaestus did not hum with the sound of creation. It screamed with the sound of a debt being paid. Zeus wanted a weapon, but he knew that blades and thunderbolts could only destroy the body. To truly punish the world, to break the spirit of the men who had stolen the divine fire, he needed something that looked like a blessing. He needed a masterpiece that could breathe. Imagine the heat. It is a dry, suffocating weight that settles in the back of your throat. In the belly of Mount Etna, the smith god stood over a slab of cold, grey river clay. He did not use the fine silt of a potter's wheel. He used the earth of the crossroads, the heavy, wet soil where the living walk and the dead are buried. With fingers scarred by molten gold, Hephaestus began to move. He was not gentle. He kneaded the clay with the rhythm of a man pounding on a shield. He gave her legs that would never tire of walking toward ruin. He gave her hands that were soft enough to be kissed, yet strong enough to lift the lid that should have remained sealed for eternity. Fuck. He gave her hands that were soft enough to be kissed, yet strong enough to lift a lid that should have fucking remained, you cunt. He gave her hands that were soft enough to be kissed, yet strong enough to lift a lid that should have remained sealed for eternity. As he worked, the other gods gathered like vultures at the feast, each bringing a gift that was actually a hook. Aphrodite leaned over the clay and exhaled. She did not give Pandora love, she gave her desire, the kind of hunger that is never satisfied by a single person, a longing that feels like a constant, low-grade fever. Athena draped the clay in robes woven from the silk and silver of the moon, whispering the secrets of the loom in her hearth. But the knowledge came calculating. Fuck me! Athena draped the clay in robes woven from the silver of the moon, whispering the secrets of the loom and in the hearth. But with the knowledge came calculation. Pandora would not just see a house, she would see a cage. Hermes, the silver-tongued messenger, waited for the clay to dry. He reached into the void of his own shadows and pressed on the seed into her chest. Pressed the seed into her chest? The fuck? Hermes, the silver-tongued messenger. No, that's too strong. Hermes, the silver-tongued messenger, waited for the clay to dry. He reached into the void of his own shadows and pressed a seed into her chest. It wasn't a heart. It was a lie. He gave her the gift of the shameless mind and the deceitful nature. He taught her how to make a scream sound like a song and a betrayal feel like a caress. When the molding was done, she stood in the center of the forge, a statue of perfect, terrifying beauty. She was a hollow vessel, waiting for the one thing Hephaestus could not forge, the breath of life. Zeus stepped forward. He did not look at her with the pride of a father. He looked at her in the way, a general look. No. Man, fuck this fucking story and the fucking way it writes such stupid fucking AI, blah, blah, blah. Love you, love. Zeus stepped forward. He did not look at her with the pride of a father. He looked at her the way a general looks at a catapult before it is triggered. He reached out and touched the bridge of her nose. The transition from clay to flesh was not silent. It sounded like the cracking of ice on a winter lake. The grey silt flushed into a pale rose of skin. The vacant carved eyes flickered, turning the deep, impossible green of a hemlock forest. Her first breath was a gasp, sharp and panicked, as if she already knew that the air in this world was poison. Fuck.